So let us get on to the PAX Mega Pack, which we had re-voted on, and there was controversy because JK didn't have his entry in, and then he put his entry in. So we let it go for another week, and I'm proud to say that the winner of the PAX Mega Pack is actually J.K. Spencer. If I've counted the votes correctly, which you can double check my vote counting, if I think I've voted and counted correctly, we have the winner as J.K. Spencer. But I want you all to know, Conrad, Anthony, Nash, the other three, you guys will be getting something special as well. And we'll fill you in on the details. We'll get with that later. But congratulations, J.K. Spencer. You rocked. You won the PAX Mega Pack. I'm sorry I screwed up last week. But since I screwed up, I will be sending the other three contestants some special swag as well. And I will say, I can tell you one of them, at least for Conrad, Sean has some extra Valkyria Chronicles 2 pins, I think, lying around somewhere that he said he has. So we can possibly send that to you, because I know you want some pins. So, yes, everybody who entered still gets stuff, because you guys were so awesome just hanging on there for 3 weeks, something like that. So, we're hanging in there. But now, on to why we all came here. This is, I don't know, this is a little BS cast. I had a few things I wanted to talk about, and this isn't boomsies. We're going to talk, we're going to chat. We do have the phone lines open. You can call it 316-778-0730, or I'm just using the boomsy Skype for you to call up. The BS stream, B stream. Yes, as we call it in the business. And we're just going to kind of BS on some topics, and chat it up with you guys about what's been going on the week and everything. I wanted to first, though, talk about something. We're going to get to a deeper subject, but this is something that one of the guys in this room has got a beef with me. Saddam. The butt smelly stream? Possibly. Thank you, Monkey. Thank you. I appreciate it. You give me much joy and pleasure with your verbiage. But I wanted to talk about something that Saddam in the chat will have a lot to say about. Saddam? Yes, Saddam Hussein, the ghost of Saddam Hussein, is here with us. He abides in us, as always, and he will never, ever leave. Saddam, CDAM1, as they call him. We have a little beef, and I'm going to explain the situation. Saddam, okay, we got it. C like the letter yo. I'm going to explain the situation to the viewers, and if you want to call up Saddam, you can. You have the freedom to, but let me explain the situation here first. So, the other day, I want to buy Lollipop Chainsaw. I'm very interested in it, and Amazon had it on sale for $45, right? So I'm thinking, okay, $45, I'd like to get it. Well, the weekend's coming up. I'd like to play it over the weekend. So I'm thinking, I want to go buy the game in town so I can have it now. So I go to Best Buy. I got some credit. I thought, I'll see if they'll price match with Amazon. So I asked him if the price match was Amazon at the front. No, they don't. I asked him in the back of the gaming section if they'll price match with Amazon. They said, no, they're not going to. Yeah, good. And then Talbane will tell you. This is why I was interested, because Eric was telling me how good it was as the game went through. So I came up with the idea that, okay, Best Buy's not going to match with Amazon. Okay, so I'll just buy the game from Best Buy for the full $60. Okay, take it home, play it, do what I want, and then order it for Amazon as well for the $45. So that 2 days later when it comes in, I just take that same game, take my receipt, and return it to the Best Buy. You know, no harm, no foul. They get the same game back. Well, I post this on Twitter and Facebook, and to my surprise, CDAM has issue with this. Like, ethical, this is wrong, This is bad. This is not right. And that's what I didn't get. So if you want to see Dan, you can call up right now. Our phone lines are open, and we can have a little conversation about this. We can a little mano-y-mano about this, because I think you are dead wrong on this whole deal. This whole semantics about I'm stealing from Best Buy. He essentially says I'm stealing from Best Buy, and I'm doing something illegal. Oh, you'll jingle in a sec. Yeah, and see, that's where JK, before he calls up, my thing was, in the end, they're getting the same game back. They're not out anything. They're getting the same thing back. Sealed. I haven't opened it. I mean, it's the same thing. So Lollipop Chainsaw sealed, and I'm returning a Lollipop Chainsaw sealed. And they get it back, and I get my money back. So that's where I don't get this idea that I'm cutting them out of some money. I don't understand how that's wrong. I mean, essentially, I would do the same thing if I were to buy the game, hold it in my hands for 2 days, and then just return it. It's the same exact thing. It's just the reasoning up in my head is different. So that's where, to me, with CDAM, it comes down to semantics. Well, there's no Best Buy sticker. There's no Best Buy sticker on it. At least in my Best Buy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Sorry about that. Hello?
Oh, hang on.
You got like... Whoa.
I had to mute you there.
Oh. Yeah, you got to listen to me through the phone.
Yeah, no, I had to mute you on my other speaker.
We
It
have
needs to work before.
CDAM on the phone, okay? The guy... The phone commits ear rape, yes. The guy who has an issue with this. So, I've said I've introduced it, okay? And I shall let CDAM continue with his fanaticism about this issue.
Well, really, I mean, the only big issue I have, and it's not like it's not like you're murdering someone. First of all, I'm not upset.
Well, of course, yes.
It was a debate we were having. It wasn't really much of an argument. It was just kind of a back and forth.
Right. So, to you,
Jake,
you feel what I'm doing is technically unethical.
Yeah, just technically, and again,
just technically.
It's not like it's, again, I'm not upset about it. You know the argument. I
Right.
like it. It's not like we got a problem.
It was a spirited debate. Of course.
Yeah. So anyway, and again, you talked about how you worked in the retail world, and
Yes.
I happen to work in the retail world. I'm a marketing guy, but I do deal in retail constantly every day of my life. Now, I know there are companies out there that have policies against this. Basically, what you're doing is you're getting the thing, at the price that you want, and that's cool. But rather than
Right.
wait the 2 days for Amazon to ship it, you're going to send something back that was not originally Best Buy's. It may be exactly the same thing. It may be exactly, nothing different. But again, it does violate Best Buy's company policy. And actually, I did get feedback from Best Buy on the topic, so I can send that to you later.
Yes, you said you talked to them a little bit about that.
Yeah, I ended up getting some in writing feedback from them too. So it was very,
wow.
very nice of them. But it does violate their customer policy, where if you send something in, or if you return something that you didn't buy from them, even if they sell it, it's illegal. And in Illinois, there's a lot of, where I'm from, there's a lot of penalties against it. And I don't know what it's like out in Kansas, but
Out in Kansas.
yeah. But Best Buy does press charges for this, because that is considered theft.
Now, how would they find that out? That's where I would be curious to know. In a case like in my case, okay, if I did do that, which I didn't end up doing it, I ended up doing it, but if in my case I did and I returned it back, I mean, how would they? I don't see as there'd be a way that they would ever know.
Well, no. Now, one, they could find out because people are stupid. That's the first thing. I mean,
So if they ran their mouth, or they were saying something to their friends, or bragged about it, or
yeah, exactly. So something stupid gets said. That's how someone gets found out. But I'm not saying whether or not you'll get caught is the problem. I'm just saying the issue at itself, at the end of the day, is it's mildly unethical. It's not like it's.
See, and that's where, to me, that's where I think you get into a matter of, like I said, semantics. I mean, for all intents purposes, it's the same exact game. If I were to... So, and here's another example, okay? Let me ask you this, and this is what I thought of later today. What if I were to bought Lollipop Chainsaw at Best Buy, okay? With all intentions, let's just say all intentions of buying it from there, and that's it. And then later on that week, for whatever, I went by Target the next week, and some sort of sale happened, okay? And they had Lollipop Chainsaw on sale for 45 bucks. Well, crap, I just bought it from Best Buy. I had intended, I'd even opened it, and I played it. Now Target has it on sale for this. I'm going to buy it from Target and return it to Best Buy because I'm trying to price match. Because a lot of stores actually have retroactive price matching. Best Buy does is one of them. Within 30 days, if you find a better price, then they'll match it.
And I do agree with you on that one. And that would be fine. Like, even if you wanted to buy it from, say, Target and then return the original back to Best Buy, there's no problem there. It's just kind of, you know.
So see, that's where to me it's semantics. It's I bought the game to get it 2 days early and then buy it from Amazon, rather than I bought the game, then I found it from cheaper and then I returned it.
But it's two different scenarios. I mean, that's the issue. If you go to, say, you know, Best Buy said they wouldn't price match it, and here you are, in theory, because I know you didn't actually do it, but here you are in theory.
I did not actually do it.
Basically saying, nope, you are going to price match it here, I'm going to force it on you. And that's basically what you're doing. It's getting price matched.
Well, yeah, it's getting price matched.
Look at that, Zig the Hunter.
For Best Buy, I guess my question is, what did Best Buy lose out on in all of this?
Well, Best Buy lost out on the sale initially. That would be the issue. Best Buy basically received something back that they had sold to you, but wasn't exactly the same item that you had sold them. And again, this could be argued either way, but it does violate Best Buy's customer policies. And that's the issue that I took with it was, you're basically doing something that Best Buy says you're not allowed, and you're kind of sneaking around them to do so. Now, it's not like...
I can see that. I can see that.
I mean, if you came to them straight up and said, hey, by the way, I bought this exact copy at Amazon, but I want you to take it back, they're gonna laugh in your face. So
right, they'll laugh in your face. Well, and I think that comes back to also the reasonings behind returns. You know, I've bought a lot of things that I'll go up and say, well, I didn't like it or I didn't need it. Well, that's not the real reason. You know what I mean? For instance, okay, I had a gift given to me by one of my family members at Christmas that had a receipt with it that it was so stupid expensive and so unnecessary, I just wanted the money. I just like, I'll take the money for this instead of this. I mean, it was very cool. We could have used it. But when I returned it, I just said, oh, yeah, that's they didn't like that or whatever. I mean, that's not the real reasoning. That's not the real reason I'm returning it. So to me, isn't that kind of me cloak and daggering and lying as well?
Well, it's cloak and daggering and lying, but it also doesn't violate their policies, because the reasoning there, it doesn't even make a difference. Say, hey, I'd rather have my money back or my family's money back.
Well, see, and that's what I'm saying.
Different because you're not giving them something you didn't get from them.
And that's what I'm asking, the reasoning. You know, if the reason I'm returning it to Best Buy is because I got it from Amazon, or because I didn't like it. Whoa, I just hit the computer. Holy crap. Or because I didn't like the computer, or the game. But I see where one of them violates their technical policy. But I would say, I guess on the same subject, kind of different line, do you think Best Buy and any of these retailer people are going to start matching prices or start...
They're going to have to start matching the non-brick and mortar stores. Basically, a lot of the price matches are based on brick and mortars because they have a lot more overhead than, say, like a Amazon has. But they're going to have to in order to survive. At the end of the day, that's what's going to happen. You got companies out there. I'm not going to name any just in case anyone's listening that I might work with.
But Best Buy is the best. I agree.
And I happen to like Best Buy, but you know what business I'm in.
Right.
But Best Buy or Walmart or whomever, they all have X amount, that it's written down on paper somewhere in their vaults and say, I need to make X amount of margin on everything. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll get more sales, and win this war of attrition on a different margin level. Maybe if we don't make 30%, we'll make 25% this time.
And that's where, when I was working at Best Buy, that was the whole thing behind the movie and the CD prices on release day. They lose money.
It's a loss leader over there.
It's a loss to try to hook people in to buy other bigger products. So I think that's where, like you said, Best Buy's going to have to go back to the figures and say, where can we afford to take a little loss here to then gain the upper hand in the long run? But I don't know, with the stock and the size that Amazon is, if any of these brick and mortar stores are going to be able to actually do it.
I don't think they'll be able to do it, not to the level that they want to, not to be able to compete with Amazon or anyone else like that. And that's just kind of the issue.
Okay.
I mean, it is what it is. But, like I said, this was just one thing that kind of struck me as, unethical. And that's why I happened to bring it up. And we went back and forth on it. I mean,
we
pretty
did,
much
yes. We had a very good conversation about it. And I think although we may not completely agree with each other's points, I think we have an understanding and appreciation for our specific points. So I will say, if I ever do try that, I will never try it at Best Buy or anywhere near Best Buy. And, because then CDAM and the Best Buy police will be called down, and the fire and brimstone will come upon me and my family. This is the part where you're supposed to laugh threateningly, cackle or something.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing quietly.
Quiet laugh. Excellent. Well, thank you for the call, sir, and I do appreciate the spirited debate. And as always, you're a good man, no matter what we may disagree on. We both love the Neo Geo, and
yes.
isn't that all we need?
We both own 6 slots, and to have 2 people that know each other that own 6 slots are, rare and fewer.
That's a special thing. It's like a Ferrari, It's a very special kind of beast that takes a lot of maintenance. So we have a special appreciation.
And a dedicated Sunset Riders. So.
Oh, that's true. You're right. That's right. So see, we share that bond. So I will, anytime we come to that, I'll just remember that and think good thoughts of Sunset Riders and Neo Geo.
Fair enough.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later.
All right. See ya.
See ya. So that's that. Ride 'em, Cowboy. Yeah. It's a darn good game. Algebraic. Yeah, and Talbane, we have a subject we want to talk about from you. Let's see here. Talbane, what about when a store sells a game like Sin and Punishment 2 for $10 and Walmart's price is still $50? So Talbane's talking about if you buy the game from a place and then, I'm assuming, go return it to Walmart without a receipt to get the money back. And then, you return it to Walmart. What do people think about that? Yeah, Walmart's, well, now they've limited it to, I think, 3. I think you have 3 returns without a receipt. And then they're like, no, that's it. I did try to return a DS back in the day to a Walmart, and I forgot that they checked serial numbers. And they checked it, and they said, yeah, you didn't buy this here. And I went, oh, right. Crap. That was kind of funny. Whoa. I remember they had Other M for $40, $50 around the same week. I found it at Best Buy for $14. Yeah, that's where it gets really difficult. If you find a game for cheaper, good. Cheat them like the cheat the family businesses. Speaking of DS, is it a good time to get a 3DS now or still wait? It's a good question, Superfan. Let me put that in the back burner. I'll put that in the back burner. But I want to address this one from Talbane. I would say, let's just say this, I've done it before. I'll say I've done it before. I've returned a game that I didn't buy originally from Walmart to get $50 to get another game. It is technically wrong. It's something that I've done that I will admit is technically wrong. But it's Walmart. I know that's really callous and possibly bad of me to say, but from time to time I've been known to do it. Which, by the way, if you have any opinions or thoughts on this, you can call us up at 316-778-0730. That's 316-778-0730. Or the Boomsies phone, which we're using for the Substance TV cast because everybody has that already, but we'll figure that out later, which is Boomsies on Skype. So yeah, it's wrong, but I've done it. On to the 3DS point. Yes, there isn't going to be a new one. Zig made a good point. There's not going to be a new model coming. I got mine for dirt cheap. I got mine off a guy on Craigslist for about $80. And well, I shouldn't say that. May have been, who knows? It might have been stolen. I don't know, for $80. But I'll say I very much enjoyed it. I love Super Mario. I love Mario Kart 7. I love Kid Icarus. I love Mighty Switch Force, all the 3DS downloadable stuff. It's a solid, I would say a solid portable. I would say it's amazing. It's not like the Game Boy Advance in my opinion, but it's a good, solid portable. They've got some other games coming out. Should I wait? Oh, you're talking about Mega Man Legends? Mega Man? Yeah, I don't know really, because there's not going to be a new model coming out. It is a quality system. It just, here's the thing. If you need or you feel that you don't have enough to play on the go or you need a new portable, yeah, get it. But Majora's Mask. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, I heard about that, which I know people are excited for. And, of course, Zelda, the original 64 game, is on the 3DS, which a lot of people are excited about. I will just tell you, it's going to depend on how much you have to play. If you have enough in your backlog of PSP and DS stuff, last generation's consoles, do you really need it? No. But if you don't have either of those, or you've sold them, or you're kind of bored of them, yeah, Kid Icarus Uprising, Super Mario 3D Land, Resident Evil Revelations, Mario Kart 7, Zig just named quality titles right there. I can say each one of those are actually really quality. I need to get Super Mario 3D Land, but again, I got too much crap to play as it is. But there are some good games. So for the price, now that we're down to $179, now that you can probably get used on eBay or Craigslist for much cheaper, it's a solid handheld. It really is. And compared to the Vita right now, there's no contest. I mean, if the issue is you're debating between getting a Vita and a 3DS, no contest. 3DS wins hands down, in my opinion, for a game console. How about that Vita? Yeah, usually Landon would be next to me going, well, I love the Vita. The Vita's great. I play, Hot Shots Golf, and, and I'm playing Wipeout. I'm playing it. It's worth it. It's good. I can do stuff with it. Yeah. Vita has no games, and it's funny to go to GameStop and look at the used game section, the Vita section, and it's just as small as it was when it began. The original PSP, which is for all intents and purposes dead, has a bigger section than the Vita does. So I'd like to see what the Vita looks like in about a year. Cost plus games available. I agree, but with the E3 showing we had for the Vita, I mean, all we got was Assassin's Creed and a Call of Duty. That does not scream must own. I must spend $250. I must spend $300. UK Moki, I was regretting my 3DS till I noticed on Amazon that a lot of games from launch are now around $10. Yeah, I know that they've included, and if you do buy one, I think it's Still Diver and Pilot Wings come with the system for free now. It's like a pack-in, which is great. That's really cool. But once the Vita, if they get some more exclusives, if they get some more games, and that's what it's all about. Because as great as the graphics are, as great as the controls are, that is not what's getting people to buy the system. People are not buying a PS Vita exclusively because it's like a home console on the go. If it was, then that thing would have been selling like hotcakes. If everybody says, I want a home console experience in a portable game, then that system would have been sold out. But it's not. Because people are saying, what can I play? No one says, oh gosh, I have to have the bet. They want, no, I want a game. What can I play on it? It's the whole reason Angry Birds is popular. Certainly not because it's the most graphically intense game, because people think it's easy and it's fun to play and it's cheap. So, but another question that Talbane was asking, actually Eric was talking to me about earlier, was about the, actually I'll have him ask it. Talbane, ask your question about, you and your dad were talking about with movies and games and the industry. I want you to, you phrased it perfectly, and I can't exactly remember how you phrased that. So, okay, I'll try. Gravity Rush is the only Vita game that I'm interested in. That looks cool. I'm interested in it. I'd love to have Metal Gear Collection HD portable. But again, if someone threw that into my lap, it's like, here's a Vita and Metal Gear HD Collection portable, I'd go, sweet! I don't, need it. I won't pay more than $100, but cool. Yeah, I agree, JK. The industry, and I think E3 showed that we're in a transition year. There's really not a lot going on. No one's coming out with a lot of new systems besides Nintendo, but the Wii U is more or less catching up to this generation with a bit of an upgrade. So, the only way I'll get a Vita is if I get one for free. Which I had a buddy of mine who did get one of those for free on that Taco Bell, when they had that Taco Bell contest. He got one of those for free. And evidently Taco Bell had to give out a lot of those. I guess a lot of people won. Ooh, another lame comedy action cheesy drama. Agreed, Superfan. I don't know what we're talking about on the comedy action cheesy drama, but I will totally just support you. I'll say, oh yeah, I totally agree, I guess. Yeah, so I didn't buy PSP till 5 years after launch, so maybe the same with the Vita. Now, I know I'm going to say something that's technically wrong. CDAM will hold me to this, but I want to know about the hacking. Because my PSP, I own every game that I've had hacked, but it's hacked, and I've got everything on a 16 gig card. So, I want to know about hacking the Vita, and how you can use that, because I think that would be awesome to run. But thief! You're the thief! I'd be interested to see how that plays, MAME, and all those other emulators that the original PSP did decent, but there's some issues. I want to see how that could run it. I've played PSP several times. Those things are flimsy, and don't get me started on those UMDs. Yeah, I don't do UMDs. I go straight to buying the games. They're sealed and on my shelf, and that's it. Battletoads, Sir Sable, welcome! Thank you. I did see you earlier, and I said, I need to say hi. I need to say hi to Sir Sable. But then, I forgot. But now, I'm saying hi to you, because I feel bad that I'm not talking to you. While it violates its agreement, I am of the belief that if you bought it, you can do what you want. See, I agree with that. If I bought it, I have the right to copy it. I think that is part of the right of owning the game. You have the right to copy it, and that's what I'm doing. Now, the only illegal thing is circumventing software to allow me to do that, but again, yeah, technicality. Just saying. Optimus Mega, welcome Optimus Mega. Sony's ripping the PSP games connected to the exploit off the PSN store. Okay, here's Talbane's questions. Do you think that with today's amount of entertainment choices, does this mean that the games we are losing? Does this mean we are losing that common ground we all used to have? Yeah, what he's essentially saying is, when we were growing up with games, especially when the original Nintendo was around and the original games were out, with entertainment options such as movies and TVs, there wasn't as much entertainment available. We didn't have the wide array. So there was more chance that we were able to have things in common. We had games in common, movies in common, television shows in common. But as those options have expanded, are we losing those common grounds we used to have with people because we're so diverse? And I guess, is that okay? Does that mean gamers, we are losing that common ground? Okay, I see. So he's asking us gamers if we're losing that common ground. And I guess the in question of that, is that a good or a bad thing? Is it good or bad that we're losing this common ground? That we no longer have the ability to relate to each other on as many similarities? So if you have an opinion on this, you can, of course, call us on the phone, 316-778-0730. 316-778-0730. Or the Boomsies line, which we're using for Substance TV Live because everybody already knows it, but we'll be switching over. No worries there. JK says, the lines between video games and other entertainment is blurring a bit with the mainstream. The mainstream majority is saturating the variety we once had. Like, we all watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as kids, but now everybody has their own show or game. And I will totally agree with Eric on this. I think we have so many options. And again, this all goes back to the internet. Once the internet popped up, once streaming video popped up, now we have digital downloads, all the entertainment possibilities. The fact that I see half of the people on my Xbox Live or PSN list watching Netflix, there's so many entertainment options. I do miss having that relatability with people playing the same things, but I do think it's good we have a variety. That's great. I just think it can expose you to new things. I think for me, it's just harder to know what's out there. I mean, I'm watching shows like Breaking Bad and Dexter. I still haven't got to watch all. I mean, there's just too much for me to watch and to get into. And Walking Dead, never even seen. Everybody says it's great. Game of Thrones, never even seen. So that's so to me, the actual problem is not only are we not as relatable, but I don't have the time to watch all that stuff. If I watched everything that everyone I talk to watched that I'm interested, I would never, and that's just television. That's just internet streaming television. I would be watching television 24/7. Not counting games, not counting comic books, movies, all the other stuff. A Blockbuster. Oh, poor Blockbuster. Cody, the Dragon Dude, welcome to the Substance TV Livecast. We're glad to have you here. By the way, if you're just joining, hey, this stream is an entertainment option. Hey, good point, JK. Good point. We are an entertainment option. With what limited entertainment we give you, we give it to you. Watching Doctor Who on a 3DS. That's freaky. JK says, for what it's worth, these options have provided us with a means to find other people to relate to and expand our horizons. I plugged your stream on my stream. It's like sex without the touchy-feely. Hey, thanks, Cody. I appreciate that. Thanks for pimping us out. Thanks for being our pimp. And not slapping us. And demanding, like, 90% of our money. And then making us to go back out and work on the cold streets. We really appreciate that. That's nice of you. This is the entertainment option. Your mom's an entertainment option. Well, you know. Very true. And a cheap one, right? Yeah. But I do agree. We have a lot of entertainment options. But I think we should embrace it, because it's not going away anytime soon. He's not slapping us like Wayne Brady. Darn right. All I want to know in exchange is for you to answer the question I asked. Oh! Xbox. Yes, I did see that tweet. I was going around, I was like, I need to answer that tweet about good Xbox shmups. And then, you know, I completely just spaced off and, you know, was pooping or something. I don't know. But I'm now here. So let me actually, I want to go do this. Let me, instead of going over to my shelf, let me just go over here to my backloggery. Alright. Because backloggery is awesome. And see. Let's see. Original Xbox. Let us go. And you mean shmups. You're meaning shmups, right? Oh, yeah. Talbot, good point. Especially the Saturday morning cartoons. Yeah. These options suck. Yeah, I remember when TLC was a learning channel. I remember that. Shooters, let's look here. There is very, I'm looking here. I mean, Metal Slug 3 is not a shmup. I mean, it's an arcade shooter, but it's not a shmup. Panzer Dragoon Orta, not a shmup. On rails. The only one that I played, here's a weird one for you, okay? It's a game called Cyanide. Chatia! Welcome to Substance TV Live. Thank you for honoring us, for being here. We're switching things up a little bit today, by the way. We're doing more of a back and forth. A little birdie told me about this. I wasn't even following you on Substance. What the heck? What's going on? I thought we were pack pals. Pack pals to the nth degree, and you don't even follow me. What up with that? Welcome, Chatia. The one and the only Chatia from up north, joining us down here. We are. Oh yeah, you had me on Boozy. Man. Oh, man's here. Man's here. Oh, you just got to do the man dance. We got to do the man dance, right? Do the man dance. Do the man dance. Do the man dance. Oh, man is here. Man is here everywhere. He's here to show you people what it's all about. I said no man. I said no man. Who is it, man? I said it's man. Oh, who coming to the guest? It's man. Who's coming to the guest? It's man. Who's coming to the guest? It's man. Oh, here he is. That's the man dance. The official man dance. All right, what is going on with that chair? There is something very wrong with you in that chair. I apologize. UK Monkey, sorry guys, I'm out. Got some Twilight Prince. Oh, I'm guessing you mean Twilight Princess to grind through. Ciao. Nice moves, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. What's going down? I'd run away if that was for me. Man and I have a special relationship. And I appreciate it. Duff Mana? Man just brought like the crew here. Man was just like, yeah, VIP room. We're going to just bring the VIP room to the Substance TV room and put them together. Total bromance. Exactly. Bros before hoes. Pump it up there. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. A bromance? Exactly. Well, we're here, Chatia, Man, Duff Mana, and everybody, whoever Man brought over. Yes, I did. I was honored to make Man's new logo, which is sexy. And I'm hearing he's like, there's so much VIP-ness up in here. I hear he's everyone's loving the shirts. There's some shirts going out to everybody, which is great. I'm glad to see. And he was playing Vanquish the other day. By the way, I mean, if anybody's in here and isn't following Man, which there's, like, I don't think any way that's possible. Because if you're following me, you probably came to me from Man. But if you're not, click on the name. It's like right there. Right, oh, it's going up a little bit. Right there. You click on it, and you say follow. That's it. So simple. It's like 2 steps. You just move the mouse up, click, and follow. Okay? I'd appreciate it. That's right. Man's all about embracing and diversifying the world of games, media, you know, all that stuff. Yes, done. Now, good job, Algebraic. I will join whatever I can to do that. So, wow, he's way better at that than you, man. Yes, but it's the best accident ever, I agree, JK. So we were talking about the, forget following Man. Make sure to follow Substance TV. I mean, just, forget him. Look at Duff Mana. Duff Mana, that's what I love about Duff. Like, wherever he's at, he's like the most dedicated person to that persona. Like, if we were in Man's channel, he'd be like, Man. If he was in Chatia's channel, Chatia. Wherever he's at, he's like the #1 fan of that person. And I completely appreciate that. He switches sides just simultaneously. But yet he doesn't cause any drama either. It's just like, perfect. Perfect. He doesn't do that in my channel. Well, I apologize. So now that we've got the VIP crew in here, let's chat a little bit. We were chatting about the diversification of media. And now we have way too many options, and we're not as able to relate as much. Follow all the casters. What's up? Wink. 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 That is a name. Lysis. Yes. Finally the chat loads, which we've had problems before. But we were talking about the diversification of media. If you just joined us, And is that good or bad? You know, back in the day, we used to have a lot of options. Well, not as many options. And now, we have a lot of options. So we don't have as much in common. Which does mean diversification. We like different things. But do you miss the days where, like, you're just like, dude, I'm playing Contra. And the guy was like, yeah, I'm playing Contra. What are you playing? Contra? Oh, Contra. Oh, what you watching on television? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, me too. Teenage Mutant Ninja. Just like, it was nice. It was nice. But I do like diversity. Colors of the rainbows and all that stuff. Reading rainbow, in fact, actually. You can just call me TK. Okay, I'll call you TK for short, because I will butcher that name every time. One downside is I always feel like I'm constantly trying to catch up with games. And that's what I was just talking about, man. I was talking about that I've gotten into Dexter. I'm season 4. I'm into Breaking Bad, I think season 2. Mad Men I've watched all the way up, that's on Netflix. But haven't watched Game of Thrones, haven't watched Walking Dead, which are all phenomenal. I mean, I hear universal acclaim for them, and I haven't even touched them. And I have a backlog of games that I haven't played. I haven't even opened Xeno Saga. Haven't even opened it. I know. That's sort of the, when I don't do that, it's like I feel so bad because people are like, what? You have not watched Game of Thrones? You sicken me. You are a sick and terrible person. How dare you not watch Game of Thrones? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I was going to watch it. I just didn't have time. J.K. Spencer, let's see here. The only thing we can do, Brian, is to reach out to those who are not aware and expose them to it. Wow. Play all the games. Spend all your time. Don't do anything else. Yeah, it's like a nerd guilt. Brian, play through Skyward Sword on the cast. Another game that I should be playing through that I'm not. I think I'm like 8 hours into it maybe, and I should be playing through it, so I've been... But I just don't... And that's the problem. The great thing is, though, this summer, with TV being off, and it being a really slow few months for games, I think I'll have time to catch up. I think I will. I hope I will. Our Trooper, welcome, by the way. I haven't watched Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, or Mad Men. Am I a bad person? No. Would people call me that? Sadly, yes. I would say at least watch one of those, because I know that Breaking Bad and Mad Men are both good. Game of Thrones, I can't testify to, but I've heard good things about it as well. You have to watch Game of Thrones, otherwise indeed you are a bad person. Yeah, that is one of those more nerd... Out of all of those I mentioned, Game of Thrones is kind of the nerd-esque show that if you're a nerd or a geek, that you watch. You know, it's like I haven't even watched any Firefly. Chuck Bonsai! Welcome, Sean! How you doing? See, man, I'm only on, like, I think season 2. I think probably season 2 or the start of season 3. But I still got so much to go through, man. I mean, when will we have time to do all this is the problem. There's just too much to watch. Ivan from Russia. Have I seen Community? I have. I've seen Community. Can I admit something? I'm jaded towards NBC. Like, Office was it. Now, I'll still watch The Office, and without Steve Carell, I'm one of those guys. As a big Office fan, I will say it's not the same without him. Really. I mean, it's good. Not the same without him. But, Community, it didn't really... It was with 30 Rock and Parks and Recreation that kind of was the similar idea of it's a real reality-esque, show-esque of these people working together. And so, it just, like, after that, everything just felt like a derivative of The Office. It was like, oh, that's like The Office, but at NBC. Or that's like The Office, but in a Parks and Recreation. Yeah, The Office is kind of dead. What does it say here? Game of Thrones is the only show Shatia watches. Man, that's hardcore. Justin's Boodle Deedle Doo. What? A Bird Notice is one of those that I will watch, and the guy who's the forgot his name, whoever the lead actor is, there's nothing really amazing about him. But am I the only one who loves turning into Burn Notice just to hear them talk about all the typical jargon? He's just really cool. He'll go into, when you're a spy, you know that if you go in and do such and such, that the infiltrator will come through, and that the cell phones and this, but the technical information about the CIA, and you're like, oh yes, oh, let's write this down. Oh, the CIA. Well, of course I understand. Oh, cool. I don't know why. I just geek out at that spy stuff. Just him talking about it is cool. Although, what is man? Disregard that one substance. I have to say, the chick on Burn Notice, time has not been so kind, okay? I just say, when I first watched Burn Notice, I said, is this a show about the chick? Did she get burned? Is that why she looks so technically baked, dark, and ugly? Now, I know I may be shot. Am I the only one who sees that? She is not the most, how shall I say, pretty of women. She, in a fantasy setting, would not be my 332nd choice. Just saying. Oh, burn! What I did there, you see that? Man's like, just wanted you to notice that I did say burn when we're talking about Burn Notice. Because, you know, the two are relatable. A great actress, yes. A great actress. Is Tawny in here? Did Tawny just sneak on in here? What's this? What's this? There's Tawny. Are you talking about Lady Gaga? No, I would be much more enraged if I was talking about Lady Gaga. If I was talking about Lady Gaga, there would be rage, anger, hate, seething rage. But no, that's not going on here. Yep, I'm here and I've had 2 margaritas. Well, that's honesty for you, and I appreciate that. Is man kind of holding you back there? Is she... Who are both of you just drunk? Or both of you just sauced tonight? No, we were talking about... No, don't, Duff. Don't you do it. Alright? Don't you bring up Hugh Loose in the news. Talbane, or always hot Sarah Jessica Parker. Now, that's one chick I did not understand. I know what you guys think. I mean, again, look at this mug. Not the prettiest mug in the universe, okay? I understand. I'm not here to say that I am a beautiful pillar of sexiness, okay? But as that, Sarah Jessica Parker, the lead role on a show called Sex and the City? I mean, like, at least get a broom or a, I don't know, brick. Something attractive, more attractive than Sarah Jessica Parker. I never got that. It just didn't make sense to me. So, I'm sorry if I've offended somebody. Saddam, you out? Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Duff, don't you dare speak ill of Huey Lewis. Not happening, man. No. He's just going to bring it up because Jonathan and I have this little... We have buried the hatchet. I'm not going to talk about it because we buried the hatchet. And if I do, then, you know, it'll be bad. I'm hating the chat and video difference I'm getting. The chat is 3 minutes ahead for the video for me. Yeah, and I'm sorry if we're getting a delay. That's something I will have to fix. We apologize. Sorry about the delay. I apologize. The biggest issue to me is watching mobile develop its own ecosystem. Now you can't even be on the go and feel you have an excuse to not be consuming somehow. Well, that's a good point. That's a really good point. Yeah, I would totally agree with you there. And I'd like to hear your thoughts. And by the way, you can call us 316-778-0730. 316-778-0730. Yeah. Or Skype us at Boomsies, which I know is not Substance TV, but we're using it for now because everybody already has it. Anyway, on to the subject you were talking about. Yes, we do have 1-800-634-5789. That's the number you're going to call. Where did you get? I don't think that's correct. Although we do have a 1-800 number that we will be using at some point. Pretty cool, huh? So, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't catch the vibe there, Tom. I apologize. But yes, I agree. We do have so many entertainment options. We do have so many options on the go. I mean, the fact that I can watch Netflix, I can stream my music from my hard drive through Google Play. I can stream any music I want to listen to via Rhapsody. I can play games. I can play online with people. I could stream through my phone if I wanted to. Yeah, there is. And that's why I think we have so much trouble playing stuff, because we just have too much. We have too much to play, so it doesn't all get played. Whereas when it used to be, you had a Nintendo and a Game Boy. There's your home play, there's your portable play. That's it. Those are your only two options. You really didn't have that much. Or watching trees in the car. Yeah, I've actually got, this is what's hooked up here. This is my sexy new Samsung Google Galaxy Nexus plus times 800 pi divided by the root of awesome. This is my new phone. I got it about a month ago, and so far, really like it. It's very nice. It's overwhelming. So, I think we've covered that topic pretty darn well. And if you have a topic, if you have any options, please mention them in the chat or call up here, 316-778-0730, or Skype at Boomsies, because that's what we're talking about. Which, on the fact of that, I did write an article a little bit about mobile phone gaming, and this was an interesting conversation I had with somebody. And I'll ask the question to you, and I'll let you all answer it. We'll discuss this. Are mobile phones, are mobile devices, I'll just say, that aren't game systems. So we'll just say, your iPhones, your iPads, your tablets, your Android operating systems, can those be considered a portable game console? Go. You tell me. Because I know what I think. Because I'm me. But I want to know. We've got a yes. We got a yes. We got a no. We got a yeah, I guess. We got a yes. Yes! I'm going to go with barely. I don't play games in Kindle Fire. I don't think I'll ever game some of them. Unfortunately, yes. So we have some yeses. We have some definite yeses. We have some begrudging yeses. And we have some no's. Not the era of the engage, but it's getting there. I wouldn't call them a console. It's like calling a PC a console. See, that's a good question, though. I mean, are notepads considered a portable game console? No, I wouldn't say so. No, I wouldn't say that would be considered a portable console. That's my personal opinion of the matter. So that's where there's still a lot of yeah, and that's J.K. Spencer makes a point, and what I will say is it's like the Hunter. The whole they weren't made intended for gaming argument doesn't really mean anything, since neither are PCs, but are they considered a legitimate gaming device? Mobile games in general aren't very fulfilling, and there are a lot of good copycats, money gouging. Yeah. Well, but Optimus, and that's what you say, it's a focused device, but if you look at an Xbox 360 and a PS3, and we looked at E3 this year, focused is the last term I would use for them. Consoles have evolved into a multimedia box. I mean, the 360 and the PS3 are a glorified PC. They're a glorified PC with a name brand stuck on them and proprietary software that can only play certain games. A phone would be a platform to play games, but is not a game's first accessory, so I can't call it a console. Right, and the 360 are borderline smart TV boxes. So that's where, to me, if I look at both of them, cell phones and home consoles, or even the 3DS and the Vita, they are all multimedia devices, multifunctional devices. The only difference, in fact, is that one of them can make phone calls. But now with Skype and some other options on your 3DS and your Vita, you can make calls on that too. So, to me, I think it's semantics to say that a 3DS that allows you to make phone calls is a game console, but a phone that allows you to make phone calls and play games isn't a game console. we're kind of just switching things up. R2, I feel mobile games are fun, but the notion that they could, as suggested by the creator of Angry Birds, take over consoles is ridiculous and stupid. I wouldn't scoff at that, because mobile phones are by far not my favorite console. I barely play it, but I realize why they have such a grip on the masses. Chitty says it's more by priorities. Consoles prioritize games, phones prioritize other things. You don't buy a phone because of the games they realize on it. That's true, but I think the one advantage that phones have is the price of their games. That's why they're so insanely popular. And if you look at the average Joe, would they rather buy a phone, and it's an all-in-one device, and buy a game for it, like Angry Birds, for $1, or free, if they don't even want to pay for it, or buy a phone and buy a secondary device to play a game? Now, of course, I'm talking about average Joes. I'm not talking about gamers. I only play football with my Sports Illustrated shoe phone. Darn right you do. That's the only way to play that. If you don't play it with the phone, you might as well just call it quits, because you suck. Why don't we all become socialist and make the government buy us gaming PCs? Well, and there's a lot of games like it, but the fact of the matter is, if you look at where phones have come in the last 5 years, as far as gaming's gone, it's a huge advancement. And it's only going to get bigger. We've got games exclusive for the phone. It's a multi-million-dollar industry. It's not going away. But, well, most average Joes don't buy consoles anyway. I think, Shatia, and here's what I think that some people miss about this whole mobile phone home console. I welcome these people into the fold. Now, I'm not saying they're the same kind of gamer I am, but as I wrote in my article, they have the same kind of mentality that I did growing up when it comes to the arcade. I feel mobile phones and the arcades, the beginning years of the arcades with Pac-Man, and the beginning years of mobile phones here with Angry Birds, I think you can see a huge parallel. Arcades and Pac-Man, mobile phones and Angry Birds. Because they're cheap, they don't cost a lot. Arcade games were 25 cents. Instead of buying a machine for thousands of dollars, you could actually play the game experience for dirt cheap. So the great thing about the mobile phones is now you can buy games for free or for 99 cents and you get the whole game. Let's see here. Are smartphones to the point where they're a norm for everyone? Man says, I suppose the phone has special keys designed specifically for gaming input. I'd call it a gaming console. I can't do the touchscreen stuff. Well, I understand. There are a lot of, like my phone, I could download software that would allow me to sync Bluetooth with a Wii controller or a PlayStation 3 controller. And I could play my emulators via that on a separate controller. And that's the other thing about cell phones is the accessibility. Because, you know, they're easy to understand. Angry Birds is an easy to understand game. Pac-Man is an easy to understand game. Now, it may take a while to master, but it's really easy to understand, so the average gamer can get into it. Chatia does not have a cell phone. Wow. You are awesome. Because I love my cell phone, but I'd feel naked without it, and I'm probably a bad person for that. But the other thing is the social aspect with cell phones is the fact that, you know, we can go online and play with other people and everybody's got it and we're all playing Words with Friends and Draw Something and all those other games that we're just meeting up with people as we're randomly online and playing games with them. I mean, that social aspect of arcades and the social aspect of cell phones I think is great, and that mentality is what I want to see. Bonks man on the head with her club. You will listen to me, man. I'm Cave Woman. Reminds me of Frozen Iceman Lawyer. I don't understand your technology. Your cars, they scare me. They fly along your highway and I say, hey, what are these cars doing? But what I do know is when a man is hit with another man's cane from the workplace he is at, he deserves compensation. Are you walking behind me, honey?
Yes.
Oh, you have drinkage for me?
Yes.
Oh. What is this? Am I loud?
No, it's yours. I opened it and I decided not to.
Thanks, honey. Are you gonna come give me a kiss?
Sweet. This is technically pornography because we're casting it on the internet. So we can consider it they got a little bit of porn.
No. Okay.
Sorry if I interrupted, but I decided you probably.
Thanks, honey.
You're welcome. Love you.
Cast ruin. Look at that. Everyone was like warning me, and I was just like, here I'm going. Well, I'm back now with a tasty bit of
Diet Barks.
it's so tasty. Rated M for manly. Thank you. It was inevitable. Yep, I agree. Thank you all for waiting as she came in here and talked to me. I appreciate your patience. Your kind patient.
Well, that was cute.
Yes, that is my wife. Her name is Beth. She comes down the stairs. She loves me and she accepts me for who I am. Even though I'm casting when I probably should be up there like, oh, I love you, honey. Showering kisses and love and roses upon her. But here I am down here with you fine people. So that's why I love her even more. Because that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Hey, that's another question. Okay? Brings me to a thought, as it were. What do you guys think about dating, being engaged to, or being married to somebody who likes gaming or geek culture or who doesn't? Like, do you people have this thought that I am going for somebody who loves games or geek culture, or it doesn't matter to me? What do you think about it? Because my wife could care less about video games. Like, as long as Tetris existed, she's cool. Like, if they made Tetris and they said, no more games. Russia is shutting down. Mother Russia. Okay? We'll shut down gaming. You'll no more play games. This is it. She'd be fine with it. So, people, let's stay focused on what's important. Is Substance TV wearing pants? I am wearing pants. I did get up, I did dance, and I had pants on at the time. Do I still have them on? That's your guess. The answer will be at the end of the cast. Let's see here. I'd like to find someone I can relate to with what I like. It's an endless search. TK, I'd rather be with someone who understands my position on things no matter what her own view may be. Yeah, Tonathan says, I'm not much of a gamer. Man is, it's not a big deal. Yeah. We come together because I was attack. 3 steps forward. No, it's 2 steps forward, 3 steps. Is it 3 steps forward, 2 steps back? Or is it 2 steps forward, 3 steps back? We come together because I'm dressed like a cat. I just got reminded of that because Talbot and I were talking about that earlier. Yeah, to me, I totally agree with you there, Jonathan. Totally agree with you. You know, the fact that Beth doesn't understand or isn't on the same page, but she accepts it is all I ever needed. You know, Addo says, I mean, it's easy to be attracted to a beautiful woman, like it's easy to be attracted to someone who enjoys a lot of what you enjoy, just one of many factors. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Okay. Thank you, JK. I was very confused about that. Yeah, to me, the fact that she says, hey, I don't understand it, I really don't care anything about it, but I accept you for it, and I will love you through it. To me, that's amazing. That shows me an amazing woman, an amazing person that will still, want to be with you and still loves you, even though they're not understand you that much. My wife is awesome because she makes sandwiches on demand. Like, just 3 in the morning, like, woman, turkey, rye, sharp cheddar, light on the mayo, and I swear if I see any pickles, you're going down. Yeah, my wife would turn her over and look at me and go, that's nice, honey. That's nice. And sleep. Yeah, I thought he left. A Substance TV handling all of life's questions. Yes, that's right. Here on Substance TV, we demand we will work together as a people to find out all the answers important to us. Coming up next, does dog poop smell just like cat poop? Yes. Great question. the universe wonders, we question, and now we will answer today. Just kidding, I did leave, so my wife can make me a sandwich. What is the Breakfast of Champions? Well, the Breakfast of Champions, in my humble opinion, can be no better than a bowl of Cocoa Dino Bites. Yes! Cocoa Dino Bites, not Cocoa Pebbles. No, the off-brand of Cocoa Pebbles. Because Cocoa Dino Bites has a certain chocolatey taste that Cocoa Pebbles just cannot capture. And plus, the cheapness of a multi-meal bag of Cocoa Dino Bites saves you about $1.32, making you more of a champion to spend that money on more games. Winner! What's in the red Solo cup? Ah, liquor. No, it is, not kidding, it is Diet Barks Root Beer. That's how hardcore we are tonight, folks, on Substance TV. If that lets you know the craziness going on, if this cup was craziness, if this cup was Substance TV, the craziness inbound is Diet Barks Root Beer here. See if I can tip it over without spilling it. Can I? Huh? Did it? Okay, you can like see the edge. Okay, that I can't show you. Sorry. Diet Root Beer, so he says. Yes, Multi-Meal is a generic cereal brand. I don't know if what generic cereal brands Canadians have. It's like Canado brand, Canada lot, Canada Save and Canad. I don't know what you have. No name. It goes by no name. It's just a blank box of stuff. It's just like, this is stuff that looks like that stuff that you will buy for a lower price. I can do that. Goes back to eating her delicious Aero bar. Sounds like that sounds like futuristic. I'm eating an Aero bar from the year 2132. Our trooper asks, do you think they should try again with Duke Nukem or just drop it? Yeah. I don't think they can capture it. I think they should drop it because it's not 3D Realms. It's not the people we want. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I would hope that Gearbox could do a good job, but they're too busy doing Borderlands and other stuff. I don't know. Canada Dry, the cereal. That sounds like the worst cereal. I'm just imagining like this white, bland, bleached cereal with Canada Dry poured over it and just going like, oh, it's so good. I can't stop. Oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah, I can't do that. No, sorry. They have way more beer in Canada. JK says Duke must ride again. Yeah, I it's just not going to capture the magic. It's not the team. It's not the time. Duke Nukem, I feel, was a game that was successful because of the time and the team and the people it had when it came out. I don't think you can replicate that now. It's like Time Splitters with Free Radical. Free Radical made Haze. Sucked. Now they've been absorbed by Crytek. They made Crysis 2. I mean, yeah, they might make a Time Splitters 4. Will it be as amazing as the old one? I don't know. I mean, I think it's the same like with Rare. Love Rare. Love Killer Instinct. Love Donkey Kong Country. But Rare is just not the same, man. It's not the same as they used to be. You know, it's like a lover. You know, it's like you had a chick you liked in middle school or in high school, right? Or an old flame, an old lover, and you see them like 10 years later, and you're like, I really love that person, but you love them for the person you knew them 10 years ago. And as you get to know them today, you're like, hey, things aren't the same. I don't feel the same way I used to. I love the person you were, but I don't love you anymore. And that's when that song pops in your head, that no more I love you. And you're thinking like, oh god, I don't even know it. It's there. And you just don't love him anymore. That's how it goes. That's how, I mean, at least for me, that's how I roll. When I see that person, that song pops in my head. Or, I don't know, maybe a song by the Cranberries or something. It just depends on the day. But they totally ripped off that song Katamari. I know. Tell, aw. It's that aw. Like the doobie doobie doot doot isn't really the that gets me. It's that aw. That right there encapsulates the song. Retro Studio is no longer the same development group that I love, and it makes me a bit sad. Yeah, I heard Retro Studios lost a lot of people, which saddens me because Donkey Kong Country Returns was like their apex. It was like, you guys did Metro Prime, cool. Metro Prime 2, cool. 3, cool. And then they did other stuff, but Donkey Kong Country Returns was Retro Studios like taking the mantle from Rare and just slapping them, saying like, "Oh, Rare, you had Donkey Kong Country? Oh, I'm sorry, I just pimp slapped you. I took the Donkey Kong trophy from you. Suck it." That's what they did. The pinnacle of Rare is Wizard and Warrior. Oh no. Killer Instinct, baby. Killer Instinct, Donkey Kong Country. I mean, that's the peak. Which, by the way, Donkey Kong Country Returns is on sale for $30. I know it's on sale for price drop universally, but if you're wanting to get Donkey Kong Country Returns, $30 is a great price. And GoldenEye, which to me, GoldenEye is the reason first-person shooters are on consoles. Without GoldenEye, there is no Call of Duty. Boom. I said it, brought it out there, threw the challenge out. What you gotta say? That's right, you can't, because it's true. It's oh so true, baby. It's oh so true. What? You bagging on? You bagging on Killer Instinct? Saddam? You bagging on it? Don't make that mistake. Many of men have made that mistake, and now you know what's wrong? They're dead. Okay? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do the same thing I did with Curly Jefferson. Mo Greg. Yeah. Whoa. We got a call coming in from Nash. Hello, Nash.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Nothing. Just trying out my new tablet. I don't know what to draw on it. Sucks. But here's something I want to just throw out, cause first of all, dude, you gotta be a little more streamlined with your stuff, man. Cause I see you like going through different things, you know. But here's something I really want to know. All right, video game. I'm starting to okay. I know that a lot of video games have sequels and stuff. I mean, come on. But I've noticed there's a couple video games getting remakes and reboots and stuff like that. I mean, do we really need that? I mean, because we got the remake of GoldenEye, which
right.
Why do we got to remake the exact same game? And second, when a game has, all right, I'm just gonna say it, Final Fantasy, it has okay. Why does it have to keep on going? I mean, can't they just stop it, make a new game that they don't have to call it Final Fantasy, but, you know, kind of keep the same feel? I mean, I'm just saying,
I think it's like with anything. I mean, is it necessary? I only think a sequel is necessary if the first game was good enough. It's kind of like a movie. It's like a movie. Between us as gamers, I would love to see lots of new IPs. And I love sequel to old games, but I mean, you and I both know the industry demands it. If there's a successful game, Dead Space is a case. It came out as a no-name, and now we're having a third game already, and we just had the second game. So, no, I don't think a lot of them are necessary. But on the subject of GoldenEye, that game was crap. I mean, it was cashing in on the name.
Really?
I again, comparatively to other shooters out, nothing about that game stood out. I didn't play that game going, wow, it's amazing. And you know, they tried to do this years ago on the GameCube. They already had that GoldenEye Rogue Agent. So I find it funny that they revived it once, killed it off, revived it again, and they're cashing in on the name is all. It's not the group. It's not the same development team. So
I'm going to sound like a jerk, but when I was a kid, and even now, I tried it out again, didn't really like GoldenEye too much. I don't know. I mean, it could be. I don't think I'm the only one in this, but I'm pretty sure people will hate me for it. But no, it was not. It was an okay game, but I can say that it's not the best. I don't know. I think it was great for its time, but I'm pretty sure that if a person has to would choose, if a person who was born in this generation would have to choose between a Call of Duty or a GoldenEye, they would most likely go with Call of Duty and not GoldenEye because GoldenEye
Well,
is.
yeah, I agree, but I think that's kind of a qualitative statement because it's so hard to see games
I think
through
it's the
retro
nostalgia,
eyes.
man.
Right, but the thing is, to actually appreciate GoldenEye for what it is, seeing it when it first came out and playing when it first came out was amazing. Now, as we've gone on, have the controls evolved? Have graphics evolved? A lot has evolved. So yeah, someone born today isn't going to have that same appreciation for it that you did or that I did growing up. Naturally, it's not going to be there. So, but I do think that you can at least appreciate the founding, the groundwork it built for first-person shooters today.
Yeah, but you're not. You're saying to just appreciate it. You're not saying to, like. Do
Well, I
you
think
say
it's
it's a great game? Do you say that GoldenEye is a great game?
I will say GoldenEye is a great game. Will I admit it hasn't aged well? I won't say it's timeless. I mean, okay, example. Contra on the NES. That's a timeless game.
Yeah.
Ninja
That game.
Gaiden on the NES. Timeless. I can pop that in and play Ninja Gaiden. Love it just like I did the first day. But as we get into 3D games, and as kind of like when you see the very first 2D games that came out, Pong and the Atari, not that advanced. So then we look at the first 3D games. And N64, as far as a first-person shooter, GoldenEye, one of the first games to really get it right, doesn't age as well. So, but I do appreciate it for what it is, and I will still say it's a good game. For the time. Let me just say, for the time, it was a very good game.
I guess. But I'm still saying, like, oh my god, there are a lot of sequels compared to, like, new IPs and stuff. There are way more sequels than new IPs lately.
Well, it's
First
less
of all,
risk.
come on.
I mean, it's less
Where's
risk.
where's Nintendo's new IP? Where is
Well, that's what I've always said. Nintendo NES, as far as new IPs goes, with Mario, Zelda, Metroid, Kid Icarus, I mean, it was like, boom.
Those are great games. Those are
They were
great games. But
and at the time, they were new. And that's what was so
Yeah.
great about it. I was like, oh, what's this Kid Icarus? What's Metroid? What's Zelda? Like, I've never heard of any of these. That's why they were so great, and that's why I love Nintendo, and that's why I'm a little bothered that Nintendo hasn't... I mean, I understand. They want to make money.
they've advanced those games. They have
Right.
they have upgraded them every time they make a new one. It's like something new, but still, you know what? They didn't really have to put Mario in Mario Galaxy. That could have been a whole new game. I'm just saying, like,
It
add
could have been.
a
Yeah,
different
yeah.
character,
And I agree, and that's where I think they've lost that magic of new IPs. And I want to see them make more new IPs, because as much as Pikmin, I say Pikmin's a good game. I won't say it's amazing. I think it's a very good game. That was a very simple
That
idea,
game
but it
had
was still a
strength.
new IP. At least it's something new, and it's not another Mario.
I guess. I'm not saying Mario's bad though. Mario's great.
Well,
Mario
right.
was the coolest man ever.
Well,
But-
as Duff Mana says, new IPs, that wouldn't be the safe move. I mean, in this economy,
That's-
in this day and age, and now that we're in a lull, game companies, developers, publishers want guaranteed hits. They want those sequels to get people spending money, because new
But
IPs...
you gotta agree that Nintendo does it the most though.
I'll agree.
like-
I mean, I'll certainly agree, but I can understand from a business perspective, because it is a business. As much as we love it, it is a business. So, yeah, Talbane brings up Shadows of the Damned and Vanquish. Both great new IPs, phenomenal games, but didn't sell very well. Didn't sell very well at
Oh.
all. So, Bayonetta, there's a lot of new IPs that, compared to your Call of Duties, your Halos, your Assassin's Creed, they're just not going to sell as well, and that's why
Yeah, but those
publishers don't wanna mess
games
with
those
them.
games started off as new IPs, and look at them now.
Well, right,
I-
exactly. They did, but now that they've got them, I mean, Assassin's Creed. Look at how many games they pumped out in the past 5 years. Because
Oh
it's so
man,
successful.
that game pissed me off so many times. I cannot tell you. Just their endings, man, they piss me off. But that's getting off topic. I'm sorry.
No, it's
Let's
okay.
keep going.
But anyway, yeah, and people are mentioning here Saddam, Mad World, Mirror's Edge, Muramos on the Wii. God,
Oh,
that's a
Mirror's
perfect
Edge.
example
I
of a
said-
phenomenal game that didn't sell that well. But that does bring me to another question. Is that the fault of marketing? Is that ignorant gamers? Well, why do these games... I mean, I know that they're not popular. We understand that. But how does a game like Assassin's Creed, a new IP, sell extremely well and flourish into this new IP, while as a game like Muramasa, Vanquish, die and don't flourish? Is this marketing?
Well, I think it's a combination of both, of all the things. Like it's one, a person saying, "Oh, this is familiar to me. I know how this
Right.
works, and I know I'm gonna love it." And there's also like marketing where it goes, "We know these people are gonna find this familiar and they're gonna love it." You know, that's so it's obvious that it's that. But I mean, I love
Well, how can we
Vanquish, but
change that?
I think some of it has to be like in the marketing of it, because I guarantee, like when Vanquish and Shadows of the Damned, you barely saw any commercials of that. But
Yeah.
we do see commercials almost every day of the new Call of Duty and the new. I think if we, I mean, just put out a little more commercials. I don't know, for new IPs. Well,
I agree.
except don't get that Inversion game. That's
That's a bad one.
Oh god. I saw, by the trailer alone, I knew it was going to be a bad game. It wasn't until I went to my buddy's house and I was like, man, this game's crap.
Yeah.
But whatever. He gets all these games.
It is what it is, man. It is. But I appreciate you calling, sir, as always, and entering the contest. I appreciate it, man.
Oh yeah, I got some good news. Some interesting
Yes.
good news.
Tell.
You
Do
know-
tell.
It's about the Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know if you know about this, but they shut it down.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Paramount
The
shut it
internet
down.
wins.
Well, I'm happy. And,
I'm happy too.
I'm pretty sure everyone else is. So
That's it.
anyway,
That's a great way to end a call, man. What better? Don't say goodbye anymore. When you're talking to someone on the phone, instead of saying goodbye, you'd be like, "Hey, good talking to you. Michael Bay Turtle got canceled," and that'll just be like, "Oh, I feel so good. End of the day. Bye bye." It'll be great.
cool.
All right, man. I'll
Michael
talk to you
Bay
later.
Turtles got canceled.
See ya. Took my advice. Yeah, and Shatia, you were bringing a point. She was saying that she didn't know anything about Bayonetta until we were talking about it one day. So that's where I do think that Taint, Michael Bay's Taint, canceled. Is Rocksteady still possibly making a new TMT game? I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be the marketing, man, and that's where I'm so disappointed in companies like Sega. When Vanquish came out or different games, it's like, I mean, I know you guys are smaller companies, but you know, we got to inform the consumers about this stuff, and that's where. How do we do that? I mean, through viral marketing. Activision's found out how to do it, whether that's just pumping money into commercials. I don't know. If Michael Bay's Taint gets canceled, that'd be a shame, actually. I don't know. I mean, does anybody really need their Taint? There's really nothing there. It's just kind of like a void. It's just kind of like the bridge between the back and the front, if you know what I'm saying, right? From the front Ghiblis to the back Ghiblis, okay? It's a Ghibli bridge. Studio Ghibli bridge. Which, by the way, I got a chance to have the kiddos watch Castle in the Sky on Blu-ray. And, yeah. I feel like such a good father. They loved it. Avery wants to watch the robots all the time, which is pretty cool. It didn't freak him out because, you know, the movie starts up kind of slow, and all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, it's like, oh, this movie just turned into a mech fest with lasers and stuff exploding. Just out of nowhere. It's just like, oh yeah, it's about a little girl. She falls down. She got a necklace in the place of an old robot. That is a good movie right there. So, yes, La Puta Castle in the Sky. Man vs. Game. It's nice to know that there's still some outstanding games that manage to become hits, even without big marketing publishers. Games like, oh, say, Demon Soul. Man trolled me with the man troll face. Man trolled me with Demon Souls with a man troll face. It's like a double troll. Trolled squared, as it were. Yes. Yes. I he deleted it. He's like, I didn't say nothing. That's like even worse troll. You troll with a troll and then delete it to troll, so that you troll, but no one else knows you trolled. Oh, you dastardly troller, you! I tell you what, you and the trolling, you got it, man. You got it. And Braid and there's a lot of Meat Boy and games like what? Why can't I think of it? The Isaac game, the Tale of Isaac, the Binding of Isaac, exactly. Minecraft, exactly. And that's another thing too. I think that viral marketing, social marketing is something that can be used, and I think it'll be used to a much greater degree than standard advertising as we go down. I wish game makers were as daring with new IPs as the movie industry. Yeah, and that's, I think, where in the movie industry you see more independent movie houses making more daring films, and I think right now it's these independent houses, these independent game publishers, example, Meat Boy and Binding of Isaac and Minecraft, these people that aren't held by the bounds of a publisher, because that's the great thing about digital distribution is we don't have the worry about having to get a publisher. It used to be, well, how do you get this cool independent game out? Well, you got to get some fringe publisher like Working Designs or something to put it out. Well, now we don't have to do that. Now we can just publish it online, make it available for people, and they can download it through items like Steam and other stuff. So the movie industry is daring? Well, I guess I'm more talking about independent filmmakers, not the Academy Award classic film as we know it. No, I think we are talking about a different beast. Rand says, another reason indie bundles are great. Yes, agree. I totally agree. Which, that went off sale. I think that's already off sale. But if you didn't get the Humble Indie Bundle 5, that was a great deal. I think, all of $8 at the time with those 5 games, which I won't get into because, that's a good point. Though crowdfunding will be an interesting thing to follow for getting around publishers as well. Yeah, because a lot of games, as much as I'm not a huge let's start over. As much as I'm not a fan of Double Fine, the fact they got all that support for that game is phenomenal. It just shows that people are like, yeah, I want this. I want more of this. I would love this. Please do this. Indie Game the Movie, the best game ever. Yeah, I think that would essentially be like a low-budget Heavy Rain. It would be like Heavy Rain, like 3 frame a second PlayStation 1 polygon models. That would be the indie version of that game. Yes, Heavy Rain, the best movie ever. Do you enjoy pressing 1 or 2 buttons through a 4-hour experience? Then play Heavy Rain, the game that lets you do mundane tasks as you watch them on screen. It's like Dragon Slayer, but in 3D. Play it today. I know, I'm sorry. We need Boomsies the game. Yeah, Boomsies game would just be like the Charlie Brown, just be like wow 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 wow. That'd be that the whole time through. Then I'd laughter every now and again. For me, it would be like, what should Brian say to piss Landon off? Say Demon Soul sucks. Demon Soul sucks. And it would start this little mini game where we'd fight. Yeah. Boomsies the game is a work in progress. We need more material to work with. Landon needs a Landon Shorts trophy. Ooh. I would say so. Chatia, Heavy Rain was good as long as you didn't approach it as a game. They market it as interactive entertainment. I think that's accurate. Well, then that's the question we asked. We asked, is cell phone gaming gaming? Is a game like Heavy Rain a game if it's more of an interactive movie? Like, where do we bridge the gap of you press 1 button, it's a game? I mean, could a game be as simple? I mean, like you used to do those old movies where you could select your own path, your own adventure. You could select the adventure. Would a movie where you press one button to select the ending, is that a game? An interactive game? I don't know. Press X to annoy substance. Harder! Harder! Demon Soul sucks the life out of my controller. I don't know. I think it was because Heavy Rain was so lauded with praised and so hyped. I mean, Indigo Prophecy was a lesser known game, wasn't as much hype behind it. People knew about it, but wasn't much, hype. Dawn! Welcome to the Substance TV live cast, in which we're just talking about every little bit of random piece of information. Right now we're talking about Heavy Rain. I'm complaining about it. I'm doing my usual line, my song and dance, as it were, and then everybody else is responding. But we're having some good conversations today. By the way, if you'd like to call up to voice your opinions, 316-778-0730, or you can call us on Skype on the Boomsy's phone. I know, weird, Substance TV, but it's what everybody knows us by. We'll switch that up later on. Natural transition into Beyond, I assume. Yeah, Saddam, Heavy Rain was game storytelling at its best. I'm fearful if I talk about that I would naturally go over some of the same stuff I would talk about. Where I'm substance TV. I feel that you need some moderation, and Heavy Rain just didn't get that nice moderation well. Yeah, Ado says you don't need a strip of gameplay to tell a story. Max Payne 3 storytelling was superb to me and still had some fulfilling, though straightforward gameplay. Don't make me argue with you again, because I will do it. God darn it, there will be arguments happening, and you won't be able to stop it. Don Cario, do prefer games to tell a story or give you options? Oh, it's a question. Do I prefer the game to tell a story or give you option for the player to tell a story generally? Brian. I love Mass Effect. Perfect example, Chatia. I felt it had great gameplay. I felt a great story. I thought it had the best of both worlds. I do like having the options to select stories, but I'm also one of those games, as much as I love Mass Effect, Vanquish is one of those games that is absolutely amazing. And the story is terrible. I mean, if you're looking at it from a purely, scholarly effort, it's, guys blow up planet and Russian is a dude, he's flying and he's gonna kill big guy suits. No, it's not amazing. But that in no way ruined the game for me. In fact, that really was just me saying, oh, okay, I'm going to play a really fun game here. Stupid story, okay, whatever. It's that. Next topic. Your love for Battlefield 1943. And how do we determine the value of a game? Yeah, that's a good point. Eric and I were talking about this. It was kind of an interesting topic that when a new game comes out, it's pronounced a dog in a wig. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize, but I will know that from now on. Yeah, we were talking about when a new game comes out. Lollipop Chainsaw was a perfect example. With the economy how it is, with as much entertainment as we have, and as much as prolific as the multimedia industry has gotten, we have so many options. What is a game worth? I mean, here he was playing Lollipop Chainsaw, and as he played it, it was a great game. He really likes it. It's a great game. He wants to buy it, but not for $60. And that brings up the question, then how do you determine the value of a game in the sense of, yeah, you want to buy it, but not for $60? Is it a $40 title? Is it a $20 title? For you, is a game just a good game and you'll buy it at $60? Do you buy a game for $60 and maybe it's not worth that much to you, but maybe you just say 20 of it's to support the developer, 40 of it's what it's worth? I mean, where do you put that at, I guess? That's where the question lies. The true worth of a game is found in its, dare I say, substance? That's very true. I would totally agree with that. As cheesy as it is, JK, you hit the nail on the head. Yes, I got that phrase right. Can you truly put a price on substance of a game? I think not. Well, and that goes to those cave Japanese shmups I have that I pay 80, $100 for. I mean, are they worth that? To me, they are, because I love shmups, and I'm supporting Cave, and I love to import them, and I'll never be able to play them any other way. So to me, either it's that or buying an arcade board for thousands of dollars. So to me, that's a good deal. I mean, in contrast, I'm getting a really good deal. David DiMartini likes to think Steam cheapens intellectual properties by lowering prices, though, yet didn't say anything about what Origin was doing in response. Buy a Cave PCB. That'll hit you for hundreds. Yeah. And that is kind of a good thought on the line of that. You know, he was saying that Steam cheapens intellectual properties, but yeah, when we were buying Saturn imports, I mean, you have to understand, when Eric and I were buying Saturn imports, when we didn't know anything about MAME, and we were buying games like Dungeons and Dragons and X-Men vs. Street Fighter and Guardian Heroes, it was like this whole realm of games was opened up to us that we didn't know before, and we paid $80 because to us, to play Dungeons and Dragons, the beat 'em up, 2-player, that you did in the arcades was worth. I mean, we would have paid $200. We would have paid $300. It didn't matter. I mean, it just was, you know. Don says, I think a lot of it depends on the buyer. The more quality and depth a game has, the harder it is to forecast. Priceless. Chatia says, I don't think the price of a game is worth at all. I look at Boy, B-O-I? Binding of Isaac, and it's $8 in 2 hours put into it is considered not much. Well, I agree, and see, that's why Eric and I were talking about Battlefield 1943. I paid $15 for. I have 185 hours into it on the PS3, and probably like 150 hours on 360. So I spent $30, and I've spent over 300 hours. That's like me paying 10 cents an hour. It's like, wait, let me get my math right. That's right? No. Okay, it's like paying an insubstantial amount of money to play a game like that. And to me, there's a lot of value in that game. And I'm still playing it. Eric and I still play that online all the time. So that's where I think we get into great territory, is that, you know, it depends on the player. It depends on what they're looking for. Mr. Stuff, welcome. Yeah, a dog in a wig. I over 630 hours in Isaac and paid $8. Wow. See, and that's the other thing too. You know, I don't think it's just time. I think it's quality of time. I mean, I know a lot of people played a game that they just grinded for 100 hours and hated every bit of it just to get into it. But if you truly enjoy it and get lost in it, I think that's a good point. Yeah, Nino Kuni. And that's what you're saying, Mr. Stuff. I pay a lot for Nino Kuni import. Definitely worth title. And now glad I bought it because it won't come to America until 2013. Yeah. And that's where it's such a... and that's where we can't say, you know, there's one worth of a game. You know, for me, Battlefield 1943 is worth $60. I would have gladly paid $60 knowing the money I would have gotten out of it. But a game like Lollipop Chainsaw, I might pay $30 for. Not that it's a bad game. In fact, it's a great game. But for the time I want to put into it, and for the enjoyment I would get out of it, it's not worth that much. So, the quality of a game can make a 30 minutes feel like a good 2-hour film. Yeah. Yeah, just like you said, I played Ninja Gaiden on the NES countless times, and I invested $25. Yeah. And that's another case, too, where that's what I'm trying to understand better about people, is that, you know, we have reviews of games, and part of the thing, I'm actually editing a video right now that is about the new Substance TV review show that I'm so excited to tell you guys about what we're going to do. The value of a game is what we're trying to get down to the core of, and this is part of why I'm having these conversations, to understand how we as gamers, how we as consumers evaluate the value of a game, and part of this is going to go into the new Substance TV that I'll be talking about, but that's another time. Shadow Man on the N64. I can't think. We'd rather spend $60 on Binding of Isaac and be charged $8 for a game like Call of Duty. I totally agree with you there, but then, you know, you'd have people that would say the exact opposite. They would say, Call of Duty I spent thousands of hours in and it's worth the $60. So, Yes, Substance TV, yes. We haven't forgotten about the review show. In fact, the review show is very much alive. There is actually a game that has been picked. The format is actually changing to something you've never... I don't think you've seen a review show like this. I think it's safe to say you've never seen a review show like this. That is what I will leave it at. More updates as it comes, but you will never see an update or a review show of what Substance TV is going to be evolving to, which is what we're doing, which is why we're done with the site, with the Substance TV lives, because we're always evolving, because stagnation is no good, unless you're a, guard or a turd on the side of a road, then stagnation is great, because that's what you want to be, but we're not about that. Substance should apply for Kevin Pierre's spot on attack with show. Hey, I would love to do whatever I could to make that show, to make that network better. Dunkar, there's never been a review show with this much substance before. It's got so much substance, it's got substance in cracks. We have stuffed substance. We are like the substance pizzone. We are like a stuffed crust pizza of substance. It's like substance toppings with substance in the crust. And a substance sauce with substance cheese. Kotaku doesn't have numbers. Yeah. With shaman fresh wipes for napkins. Darn right. I'd eat a substance pizzone. I don't know what would have in that. Substance abuse? I like that. Drooling all the way. Excellent. A large substance with 2 substances for $8, please. Yes, we have that new combo here, actually. It's on the menu. You should order. It's great. It's quite tasty. Goes good with a Merlot or maybe an Auburn Mist. Yes, it's quite tasty. We'll bring that right out to your table. There's substance where I didn't even know substance existed. It's like a substance vortex. It's a substance black hole. How did all this substance come out of nowhere? We are the Big Bang of substance. You're like, there was no substance, and then you came, boom, substance. Complete with saucy Bayonetta action. Yes. Substance Pizzone has Diet Mark's root beer, pizza sauce, and substance. Woo! That sounds like those really old, crappy, what were those things? They were like gum or they were gummies that had like pop on the inside and you chew them and they're like, this has root beer, and you're like, kinda. Yeah. No, that sucks. That sucks really bad. I hate this. Totina's pizza rolls. Oh god. That's terrible. That is extremely awful. Gushers? No, it wasn't Gushers. It was something else. It was like a candy. It was like a store-bought candy. You went to a candy store and bought these, so. Delivered on an orange riding on a dick. I'd buy 3. I would buy them at separate times just to have that orange riding on a dick go back and forth. Wait a second. I said an orange riding on a dick going back and forth. That innuendo. Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. Just leave that there. Shut it down, okay? That was a movie I just watched, Gushers. Can I link to a picture of soda candy that tastes awesome? Sure, our troopers. We at Substance TV are all for candy that rocks. These are amazing. Okay. Harrowboro. Okay. Happy Cola. I've seen these in town here. I will have to check them out sometime. I have not. So, well, I think we've made some good discussions. Unless we have anything else we'd like to discuss here on the cast, I think we've made a good run of it. It's 11:51. We've gone 2 hours. This has been if this was a video game, I would say it was well worth the $60 because this 2 hours has gone by like nothing. I mean, I barely felt it. What did we win by doing this? By staying here with you? I want to know. Well, for those of you who enter the contest, I will get you something special. For those of you who won, which is JK, I will get you that. We'll get all your information written down, send you some emails and all that stuff. So, yes, we did cover a good deal. And I did want to say that I'm actually working on a format for this Substance TV Live. We're actually going to have this. I'll kind of end with this. Could we talk about that last guy who called was like wrong about everything? No, you can't. because it's Nash, and you can't do that to Nash. What I wanted to end with, though, is that the Substance TV Live is something that we're going to be doing for now, Saturdays at 10. But I'm working on the format to involve you guys to a huge degree. We're going to be having, I'll just say, rapid fire votes on contests to where they'll actually be here on the cast. You can see them, and you'll be able to vote on things. So we'll be able to see like a live vote of like yes or no's, what people think, and kind of have this dialogue going back between everybody so that it's a little more interactive and involve you guys. It's not going to be Boomsies. It's not going to be me and Landon, but it's going to be me and the viewers. Or it may be, let's just say, Sean and the viewers or whoever. But that way we can interact with you guys, have some conversations about what's been going on in the week, topics, and it'll be a quick fire thing. It'll be a quick fire round of topics. We're going to go through things, boom, 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 have votes, and have some fun while we're at it. So it's okay, man. We appreciate it. But I will say in man's defense, or man's to blow up his e-penis, his e-peen even more, I cast games. I am not great at casting games. I found that is not what I'm good at. I'm great at, well, okay, not to toot my horn, but I love this. I love the dialogue between people in the chat. I love talking with you. I love having conversations, having people call up. That is what I love. I'm a talker. I'm a debater. That's me. Playing games I can do, but playing games, concentrating on the game, and then talking to you guys, I am no good at that. I'm no bueno. Man, that's his thing. He's just multitask. He's like, oh yeah, boop, this, play the game, talk to this guy, get this, boom. I mean, he is a switch operator here. That is not me. You are great at engaging discussion casts. Thank you. But, a freaking pain train. And that is something that, from every once in a while, may bring out the pain train. But that's because it's the pain train. It's not I won't consider that a game cast. It's a pain train cast that I want to have with you people. Which, by the way, I'm hearing, man, in Chatia that there is going to be I mean, there's talk, there's chatter, there's rumors, there is secrets, there's clandestine meetings about some people trying to work on their pack scores. Is that what I'm understanding? Because that's what I hear, and I want to know. I want to know if I need to get some more coal for the pain train. I mean, it's been derelict for a little while. It's sitting back, all right? It's on the tracks waiting to go, and I just need to know if I need to get her primed. Man, I'm actually still trying to get my Xbox online right now to that end. Okay. Chitty has been sabotaging man's Xbox connection. Dang, man. Dang. It's really... When it comes to Pac-Man, that's serious stuff. It's serious stuff. Put that conductor hat on, yeah. That was weak. I can't even whistle. Choo-choo. I'll do the pain train. The Pack Pain Train is the vehicle this show runs on, and once I get an Xbox Gold again, I will challenge you for your title. Well, I still have to beat Samurai Sam scores. He's beat me. I mean, I'm up here, okay? Yeah, I'm up here and I'm beating everybody, but I still got somebody above me, so that's why I can't brag. Cannot brag about my scores when I have been beaten. I have been destroyed by another man. This is madness. This is Pac-Man. As we kick you off. But the Samurai Sam doesn't exist as far. Aquaman's like, that will never happen. I will never attain that. So he's out of the equation. Brian, maybe, but Sam, no. He has reached a godlike status that I will never attain. Yeah. I got... Oh, the stream is frozen? Has the stream... Still waiting on that Puzzle Fighter challenge with PS3. Oh, JK, I'm on for that. We will do that soon because I will destroy you. Puzzle Fighter. Puzzle Fighter, you... Just... Let me tell you all those secrets, okay? You do not want to mess with me in Puzzle Fighter, okay? I destroy lives, okay? Children, families, organizations, governments over Puzzle Fighter, okay? There's nothing you want to mess with. I will destroy you in Puzzle Fighter. You will wish that you never heard the word Puzzle Fighter, okay? That's all I'm going to say. All right, I put the warning out there. You do not heed it. That's your own bee's ass. Okay. I need to be destroyed. I need a challenge. Make me feel it. Make me feel alive again, Snake. Hurt me. You're a freak, man. You're just like a gray fox. Gray fox. What the hell? So anyway, thank you all for joining us in this Substance TV Live. It's about to hit midnight. I need to head to bed to get up in the morning to be a supportive husband for that wonderful woman who brought me a Diet Barks. I mean, you gotta love it. And gave me some loving on cast in front of other people. So it means that she's at least willing to admit that we're a relationship to other random people online, which I guess is a good thing. Okay, I'll take it as one. I'm a lot of things, Brian. Loving that ruined the cast. Hey, thank you guys. Very much appreciate you joining. By the way, one other thing I want to say, check back Monday on substancetv.com. I want you to go here, all right? I want you to check it out. We've got some new articles out here, by the way. substancetv.net. Want you to check that out. And we've got some new articles. Great Monster Fighters article about some new Lego set. And Monday, we have a new show being announced. A new podcast is coming to Substance TV. One that already exists, but it's moving over to Substance TV. So check back Monday to find out what show is coming to Substance TV that you will now be able to enjoy on the goodness of Substance TV. Monday, check here, Substance TV. Love you all. Good night, all. We'll see you again at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time for some more Substance TV Live, I guess I would say. So thank you all. Appreciate it. And man, thank you for bringing your sectionist here. It is much, much appreciated. See you guys later.